Our first harrowing tale takes us to the desolate roads of rural Australia, where a 14-year-old boy waits alone. The sun beats down mercilessly on the asphalt as the young student realizes he has missed his usual ride home today. He stands solitary at the old bus stop, surrounded by miles of dry brush, hoping for another vehicle to pass by soon. In the distance, a small white van emerges from the heat haze, slowly creeping closer to where the vulnerable boy stands. The vehicle slows its pace significantly as it approaches, the sound of tires on gravel breaking the silence of the afternoon. It comes to a complete stop directly across from him, the dark tinted windows hiding the driver from the boy's view. A cold shiver runs down his spine as he grips his backpack straps, sensing that something is terribly wrong with this situation. Slowly, the window rolls down to reveal a middle-aged man, his face wearing an expression that is both blank and terrifying. He does not speak a word, simply staring at the teenager with eyes that seem to analyze every escape route available. The boy instinctively steps back, breaking eye contact and scanning the empty horizon, praying for another car to appear right now. Suddenly, the engine cuts out and the silence returns, heavier than before, as the man continues his silent, unblinking observation. The driver's side door creaks open, and the man steps out onto the dusty road, his intentions becoming clear and menacing. Panic sets in completely as the boy's heart races, his muscles tensing, ready to sprint into the dry fields for safety. Walking slowly around the front of the van, the stranger keeps his hands in his pockets, closing the distance between them. The boy notices the man's hand clenching something inside his pocket, a hidden object that suggests violence is about to occur. Just as the stranger prepares to lunge, the loud, saving blast of a heavy horn echoes through the quiet afternoon air. A massive school bus roars down the road, its size and noise creating an immediate barrier between the boy and predator. Startled and exposed, the man freezes in his tracks, a look of pure rage crossing his face before he retreats quickly. The bus doors swing open, offering sanctuary, and the boy scrambles aboard, trembling as he leaves the danger far behind him. Looking back through the rear window, he watches the white van spin around and speed away, disappearing into the dust clouds. Safe inside, he collapses into a seat, his hands shaking uncontrollably, while the other students remain oblivious to his near abduction. This incident serves as a chilling reminder that danger can lurk in the most open and quiet places of our world. Police reports were filed, but the white van was never found, leaving a ghost to haunt the roads of the outback. We leave the dusty roads for the suburbs in our second story, titled The Intruder in the Garden, a Childhood Nightmare. It was a beautiful summer afternoon, and a group of happy children were playing games in the safety of a backyard. But unknown to them, they were not alone. From the shadows of the foliage, a pair of eyes was watching closely. One of the girls paused her game, an uneasy feeling settling in her stomach as she glanced toward the garden fence. She caught a fleeting glimpse of movement, a dark shadow gliding silently behind the wooden slats that separated their safe haven. The laughter died down as the children huddled together, whispering about the strange figure lurking just beyond the perimeter of safety. Suddenly, the figure stopped moving and stood perfectly still, watching them with an intensity that froze the children to the spot. Instinct took over, and the group screamed, sprinting for the back door and locking it tight against the encroaching outside world. Their father, startled by the commotion, listened to their frantic stories, but initially dismissed it as active imaginations running wild. He scanned the yard through the glass, seeing nothing but empty grass and swaying trees, convincing himself they were just playing. Later that evening, the phone rang. It was the next-door neighbor, and his voice was trembling with urgent, terrified news. The neighbor had checked his security cameras and captured footage that turned the father's blood to absolute ice in his veins. The video revealed a man hiding just feet away from the children, clutching a large knife and a coil of rope. Most chilling of all, the footage showed him smiling as the children fled, as if he was enjoying the hunt. Police swarmed the property within minutes, identifying the man as a wanted criminal who had been stalking the neighborhood for weeks. The family held each other tight, realizing how close they had come to a tragedy that would have destroyed their lives. Officers recovered the weapon and restraints left behind in the bushes, physical proof of the horror that was planned that day. The garden, once a place of joy, now stood silent and ominous, a permanent reminder of the evil that walks among us. Our final story is the most disturbing of all. It is a tale of greed, betrayal, and madness, titled The Psychopathic Cousin. Meet Swathi, a young woman consumed by a materialistic obsession that far outweighed her love for family or human life. Her desire for the latest luxury smartphone led to a violent argument when her parents refused to fund her expensive lifestyle. They tried to reason with her, explaining the value of money, but Swathi only saw their refusal as an act of war. Retreating to her room, the rage in her eyes cooled into something far more dangerous. A calculated plan for revenge. In a twisted bid for attention and leverage, she ingested a small dose of poison, intending to frame her own mother. She collapsed on the floor, screaming in fake agony, staging a dramatic scene to ensure her parents would be implicated. As paramedics rushed her away, she cast a secret look of triumph at her mother, knowing the trap had been sprung. Her plan worked perfectly. The police arrested her mother for attempted murder, dragging her away while the family fell apart. Recovering in the hospital, Swathi felt no guilt, only satisfaction, as she played with the devices she desired above all else. But her father began to suspect the truth. He started digging for answers, unaware that his curiosity would seal his fate. Realizing her father was close to the truth, Swathi decided that he, too, had to be removed from her equation. Under the cover of darkness, she crept into the garage and sabotaged the family car, cutting the brake lines with precision. The next morning, her parents drove off together, completely unaware that they were sitting inside a moving metal death trap. As they navigated a steep, winding road, the brakes failed. Panic filled the cabin as the car accelerated uncontrollably downhill. The vehicle smashed through the guardrail and plummeted into the ravine below, a tragic crash that claimed the lives of both parents. Rescuers arrived too late. The crash was ruled an accident initially, and Swathi played the role of the grieving orphan perfectly. Standing at their graves, she shed false tears, believing she had committed the perfect crime to secure her freedom and inheritance. However, forensic experts discovered the cut brake lines. The investigation shifted from accident to double homicide in an instant. The evidence led straight back to Swathi. She was arrested, screaming in rage not for her parents, but for her lost future. Now sitting in a cold cell, she has no iPhone, no luxury, and no family left to manipulate. She is truly alone. From random strangers to hidden stalkers, and even our own family members, danger can come from anywhere. These true stories remind us that the world is not as safe as we pretend it is during the daylight hours. So the next time you wait for a bus, play in your yard, or trust a relative, remember these warnings. Thank you for watching these terrifying true tales. Subscribe to Video Creator for more horror content. Stay safe in the dark. And remember, sometimes the monsters are real, and they are watching you right now. Good night. We extend our gratitude to the survivors who shared these stories, helping others stay vigilant against the darkness. Fear is a survival mechanism. Listen to it. Embrace it. It might just save your life one day. If you have a scary story to tell, share it in the comments below. We might feature it next. Every object has a story, and every shadow holds a secret waiting to be discovered by the brave. Do not ignore the sound of footsteps behind you. Turn around, look, and be ready to run if needed. Safety is often an illusion we create to sleep better at night, but reality is always waiting outside. Superstitions exist for a reason. They are ancient warnings passed down through generations to keep us alive. The witching hour is approaching. Lock your doors, check your windows, and keep the lights burning bright tonight. When you look in the mirror, make sure your reflection is the only thing staring back at you. The woods keep their secrets well. Many enter, but not everyone returns to tell the tale. Traces of the missing are everywhere if you know where to look. A shoe, a toy, a memory. A storm is coming, bringing with it the chaos and noise that predators use to hide their movements. Check the closet before you sleep. Check under the bed. Paranoia is better than being a victim. Did you lock the front door? Are you sure? Go check it one more time, just to be safe. Hospitals are places of healing, but also places of death. The energy there is always heavy and watching. Always check the back seat before you get into your car. You never know who might be hiding there. When the phone rings in the dead of night, think twice before answering. Some calls are better left unanswered. He is always watching. From the street, from the window, from the corners of your own mind. Write down your fears, confront them on paper. It is the only way to keep them from controlling you. When the light goes out, the real world fades away, and the realm of shadows takes over completely. Every creak of the floorboards is a message. Listen closely to what your house is trying to tell you. Rain washes away the footprints, but it cannot wash away the memories of what happened here tonight. White noise is not just sound. It is the frequency where the other side tries to communicate with us. The eyes in the painting seem to follow you across the room. Is it art? Or is it a trapped soul? The melody is sweet, but the memories attached to it are bitter and full of ancient sorrow. Don't go into the tall grass. You might get lost, or worse, you might find what is hiding there. The tunnel leads to darkness, but sometimes the only way out is to go straight through the horror. The ocean is deep and full of secrets. It swallows evidence and keeps the dead silent forever. Abandoned places are never truly empty. They are full of echoes from the past, waiting to be heard. The playground is silent now, but if you listen closely, you can still hear the phantom laughter of children. Keep your light steady. It is your only weapon against the encroaching shadows that want to consume you. A mark on the wall is a story of struggle. Someone fought for their life right where you are standing. Help is coming, but will it arrive in time? Or will it only be there to clean up the mess? Don't drop your keys. In a moment of panic, that simple mistake could cost you your entire future. Who is that outside? Is it a friend? Or is it the monster you have been fearing all along? Like a spider, the predator waits patiently for the prey to make a mistake and get tangled in the trap. Time is running out. Every second that passes brings you closer to the end of the story. We close the book on these stories for now, but the horror continues in the real world, every day. Stay warm, stay safe, and keep the fire burning. It keeps the beasts at bay for one more night. Even the moon hides its face tonight, unwilling to witness the terrors that walk the earth below. The wind whispers names of the forgotten. Can you hear them calling out to you from the void? Always know your exit. When panic strikes, your memory will fail, and instinct must take over to survive. We are always being watched. Privacy is a myth in a world where every move is recorded and analyzed. Thank you for joining us on this journey into darkness. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye.